さあ始めようか。貴様正気か。隊長の件で
アムレートの何か分かったのですか？
邪魔だ。引けるぞ。
My problem still stands with this. Just like they could like you can do these things where you rip, like you could rip, you can do not, you can base off mangas or whatever anime, and oh my god. Anyway, this will help me with me. That was just helpful while I'm talking. Death Note could have been better if like they just went full 100% rather than like, L is black. This takes place in North America, and that's it. We'll keep the names, we'll keep the places, we'll keep the context, whatever. But the thing is that, like, there's a lot of customs and culture that works that's in that story that works for them. Why couldn't they adapt it to thing? I understand that you want to keep it correct, but the fact that you put it in North America is you're already out of the water. That's already fish out of water stuff. You might as well just go full 100%. You got to alter it to match our culture.
Well, okay, there was one thing that I thought was really interesting, and it was Mia, where, like, you know how in the anime, Misa's pretty much like a toss-away character, but she also acts as like Light's weakness. And she also acts as, I guess, in a way, she acts like the human form of Ryuk, where Ryuk in the manga and the anime is more like a trickster god, and Misa's kind of like that, except but also she's also used as a tool, but like everybody's a tool to Light. It's just more apparent because Misa hangs out with Light so often. Mia, on the other hand, was apparently like, I've never watched it, but I heard was very calculating, which is really cool. Like that's cool stuff there. Like to have the girlfriend actually be like a villain to your protagonist the whole time. That's really cool. But yeah, as you said, like if you're gonna do some like
you don't just like, okay, this and we're done. Like you did one of the biggest,
pick and choose.
Yeah, you can't. You have to go all in or all out, because it's just like you already, one of the biggest things, one of the biggest mistakes, like aside having like, races, was environments. Like the environment itself was a big play, because the fact that the story takes place now in North America, cultures are way different. Why, like, yeah, the culture itself is way different from what we have now. So why keep it why keep like it will change one big thing, one slightly second highest thing, and then let's go.
I mean, like, if we want to think about it, like, I guess in the way cultures, right? On the idea of cultures, like, Light is a very righteous person. So, I mean, to put it in the most perverted way, Light Yagami was.
They actually kept the name too, right? Like the name.
No, it's actually Light. Well, they kept his first name, Light, or at least. It's Light in the Netflix thing. It was Light Turner.
Okay, fine. We'll let that pass.
And I think I'm not sure if they called him Light, like actually the name, the word Light in Japanese. I'm not sure if they. No, because like in I'm not sure if they went with like maybe Hikaru or like well actually Hikaru would be like the equivalent one. If they went with that in Japanese instead of like what we got in the translated version, which was Light. But I think they chose Light when they translated it because it was supposed to be a play on, blind. I guess the blind decisions made for justice and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, like. Japanese culture, as you said, yeah, different from American culture. It's not like the only thing that really connects them is, I guess, they're human.
That's a really hard.
I know. I guess maybe on like a social level, I'm not exactly sure because A, I don't live in Japan, and B, I can't claim myself to be an expert. But like, I mean, it's the same reason why like. I'm astonished like Valkyria Revolution ever came to North America, period, or Valkyria Chronicles ever came to North America, period, because like the ideas that they have in Japan and the ideals, the themes, the whatever Japan finds important in terms of like in their social structure is found in their games, and when they bring it over to North America, it's just so foreign that it like you just don't find, you may not be able to find that in any other social setting in North America. Like that's why like when we think about, I guess, social, like when we think about cultures like Light Yagami, like yes, he's prestigious high school student that has this very strong sense of justice, whereas Light Turner, he's a bullied kid, and that drives him to justice. Like I get the idea that they're both driven to justice through some sort of perversion of it, or through some sort of perversion of it, but coming from two different, like approaching the same destination maybe, from two different points, leads them to do very, very markedly different things in the name of justice. Which is why, like, Light Turner, it works in North America because bullying is a problem. But I mean, it's also a problem in Japan. But it seems to be a bigger problem. I guess it's a bigger problem here in North America. And it makes it easier to relate, but I mean, even then, like, it makes it a little weak. It makes it weak as a starting character. Ah, geez, no, not right now. Let me just finish my point. It makes it weak as a starting point to like enact justice, only because it seems like it comes out of revenge rather than pure righteousness, right? And that's why Light Yagami, or I don't know what it is, Light Yagami,
Turner, whatever.
No, I'm talking about the Japanese one.
Oh, okay,
yeah. That's why Light Yagami is better as a character than Light Turner. I mean, other than the fact that it's, you know, the original, but he has it's an innocent ideal. It's an innocent definition of justice that is just tipped to the wrong side. Anyways, I'm done. You can keep talking about while I try and focus on this. I don't think I need to focus though. He's just taking out his
anger.
Yeah, anger because I have the princess's attention.
What the frick?
Shit!
I barely made a dent, but okay.
Well, here's a tank. Oh shit, you piece of fuck!
This might actually be the one where you lose, I don't know.
No, I'm not losing to this guy, so. He's dying. He's only level 8.
Is he? Oh wow, he is.
Eat it. I have the princess, not you.
The hell?
Yeah. Just don't worry about it. Anyways, yeah, adaptations about the Death Note movie, like, it really could have been. Ouch! It really could have been a lot better.
You're gonna.
No, I'll go. It really could have been a lot better if it wasn't construed by. Really, if it, I'm guessing. I get the feeling that there might have been a different vision for it, for the Death Note movie, but because of executive forces, I don't think the director was able to enact upon it. Because I do hear a lot of good things about how the actor for L did a really good job impersonating the anime version of L. Always eating candy, always being rather eccentric and very, like, almost non-sociable, and you know, all the qualities that make L. But it was a little too exaggerated, or a little too out of place for him to be, or out of media, I could say, for him to act like an anime L in a live action, in an American live action. And then there's things like, you know, Mia's character being well developed, you know, especially against Misa. Yeah, like I hear a whole bunch of good things, like again, like cinematic cinematic techniques and such. Oh, obviously the most obvious one, Ryuk or Willem Dafoe, the best character in that movie apparently, being like strangely creepy. Like he did a really good job. But like it just seemed like everything together just put it just wasn't a good adaptation. But film like as a movie it was all right. Like as a piece of film art. That being said, I'm gonna go watch the Death Note movie. I'm pretty sure you can hear the hesitation in my voice.
No, I know.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about something not as depressing. Okay. I don't know what, to be honest. Oh, right. I recently watched the... I know it's actually like super late, but I recently watched Saban's Power Ranger movie.
Oh, how was that? I thought we were going in a positive direction. I was actually looking forward, you asshole.
I just...
It's one of those...
The number of things.
Here's the thing. I realized, like, slowly going into this is... unless
hold on. William Quakeshield. Sorry, anyways. Apparently it's a really good play, and they're trying to read a Midwinter's Nightmare. Anyways, yeah, keep going.
Okay, that got me a little bit. Shit, thanks a lot, I forgot. What was I talking about?
Well, we were talking about Saban's Power Ranger movie.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
There's something I learned about, something I realized, and I don't, like, I think it's a good thing to approach, but at the same time, I'm not liking that in future movies, I'm gonna have to approach movies like this. That, like, they're gonna be movies as they, like, I'm gonna have to accept them, like, at a low bar. Like most of these movies, unless it's like, okay, Avengers, they have good pacing and everything, but if you were to really critique it, like, you really critique it, it's just like, it's like, enjoy the action for what it is, and everything else is fine. But that could be but the sad part is that you can apply that to pretty much almost everything right now. Yeah. Like, everyone is like, oh, it's bad, and I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, I bet most of you went in there with higher expectations. And most people are like, yeah, you have to. I'm like,
no, you don't.
I think in this day and age, we're starting to reach that point where you're gonna have to say no. You're gonna have to, like, okay, it's gonna be as what I expected. I have to not want this to be as high as it could be, because it's like right now, like, I feel so sad, even though I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch the Ghost in the Shell movie, but like,
yeah, I really do too. I haven't watched it yet either, so.
But like, everybody's just like shitting on it, and I'm like,
I think like, it can't be that. Okay.
It could, like, people are like, oh, the four. I saw a meme that I'm like, oh no. There's like the 4 horsemen. It was just like Avatar, Dragon Ball, Death Note, and Ghost in the Shell. The four horsemen of apocalypse. I'm like,
of anime adaptation of apocalypse.
Like, I forget. I wonder. Like, I understand. Like, we have, like, you know, we have to like more of their movies, but at the same time, we're like, we gotta. I kind of think that maybe we should dial back on expectations of accuracy, and, you know, how, like, I think everything has to be approached kind of like how Christopher Nolan does it, where it's just like it's his own take on it, because once they start going to, like, maybe the finer details, like the very fine details, to almost be 100%, or if not close to it, we start nitpicking, and then we start hating. Because, like, now, like, here's the thing, people, I don't know if people realize, but, like,
no, I don't think a majority, or, like, okay, at least, fine. Well,
I'll throw it out there.
The mass does.
So, a lot of people, before its release, a lot of people were expecting, were hoping for high expectations, were hoping the most for Ghost in the Shell, because what that would promise is that, one, so if everyone loved it, that means that more people want it, and 2, because everybody loved it, they can greenlight. They can confidently greenlight the Akira movie, the Akira live action movie.
Yeah.
Like the stuff we dreamed of, but like hell,
now with like, you know, with technical prowess.
Exactly. Like now my last hope, my very last hope is Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
Guillermo del Toro with Battle Angel. But I don't think I'll be seeing that anytime soon because he's still doing his what is he doing again? I think he's helping out with Avatar.
Well, he's helping out with Kojima.
Oh yeah, Kojima, Avatar. God damn it, stupid. He's also doing the. I appreciate he's still doing it. Actually, no. Is he the director for Pacific Rim 2? I can't remember anymore.
I don't remember. I think he is.
Anyway, yeah, he's doing a lot of side projects. It's just like we were all looking forward to Battle Angel come back.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen, especially with the way like we receive it. But I mean,
no, okay. Like to be honest, he could do it. It's because like I put like it didn't get a lot of like people didn't like the movie, and I can see why. But at the same time, it's like they didn't screw up. It was an okay movie. If we had to doubt,
give it a chance.
If we had to give it a chance. It's not like a horrible movie like the Death Note one, but
no. I mean,
but it held its own. It held its own. Sorry, I've been saying all the different words that matter to the movie. I'm talking about Pacific Rim. It was a movie that we haven't seen in a long, if not ever. Like that kind of genre, like big giant mechs fighting robots. Big giant robots who control fighting monsters. That's like classic Japanese stuff that you usually see. Like just classic Power Rangers, if we give it a thing. And then English thing, an North American movie.
Yep.
Which is like, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But yeah, it did great. It didn't do an awesome job, but it was good enough, in my opinion. Are you doing grinding or are you actually?
This is grinding.
Oh, okay. You really thought you could do it from there? You need one. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Wow. You want to play tough? We can play tough.
But yeah, I got. That's gonna do that. What can I talk about? Yeah, well, it's a game, but I don't know where to find. I don't know where to look.
Honestly, I'm just all I'm doing is just mashing X right now just to see what I can do. Oh, box! 2 boxes! That was the happiest day of my life. Never mind. Just mats.
You could do something with that later.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, look! It's death. So yeah, what I was gonna say is that, like, I mean, sure, we should give those movies, like, those anime adaptations a chance. But that, I mean, but it doesn't mean that we should go
look the other way entirely. No, I get that.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, if we just say, oh yeah, it's good, we're just gonna keep getting, we might keep getting, like, really shitty quality adaptations, which is not good, because that's not what we want. So,
you know what? I don't know, at the same time, I just wish that it didn't, that it just didn't happen like this.
No, like this.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell, I don't know, it looked like the action itself looked amazing. So I might give for that, but like...
Well, I mean, the makeup and the effects...
yeah, effects and makeup are really good.
So, like, they're really nice. Like,
yeah.
I even saw, what's it called? I even saw... do you remember Adam Savage from the Mythbusters?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has a show called Tested.
Yeah, I watch him from time to time.
Yeah, so he actually went to the studio that made all these special effects, and man, like, it's some real good stuff. Like the, you know, the geishas in the beginning of the movie, like, the amount of meticulous work that they had to do just to get it to look right and to move right is amazing. Like, I wish there were more studios like that, because, like, it's phenomenal, like, the vision that they have. But again, like, if we keep shitting on these adaptations, we're not going to get any of them.
But at the same time, we can't avert our eyes from quality.
Yeah. Oh shit, this is gonna be terrible.
Not even in the... Okay, no, you don't get Commander.
There, Commander will get hit.
Oh.
Come on! I need the fucking Commander! Yeah, that works too. Okay.
Oh, nice. Who deployed that?
Oh. Oh, the fire field?
Yeah.
I think it was... I don't know. I actually don't know. Enemies defeat... Oh, fuck. I didn't kill them all. It was probably Helena. Wait, no, it was probably Tilda. No, I don't know. Somebody. Somebody.
Ah, it's...
Yay! I don't know what that means.